some people up there who are currently stopping the logging. And we have them today joining us. Glider, how's it going?
Good. Hello. Yes, I'm up on the plateau on a coupon playgrounds track, which we've been defending for I think 6 weeks now. Is it? It's the first coop that they're set to log of unburnt forests after the bushfire up in Errinundra Plateau. Such an incredible forest. It's full of giant old trees like the one I'm in now. You can see I'm about meters up, and yeah, full of big old trees, full of wet forest and endangered species like the greater gliders and owls and things have been found in here. Sort of like an island refuge from all the burnt areas around. So it's really spectacular. Particularly up here, we've just had the fog lift, and the views are just amazing. It's really great. So I'm having fun.
Awesome. And we also have Errinundra Possum. How's it going, Possum?
Hi, going well. It's great to be here. So yeah, I'm on the Errinundra Plateau. And a couple of nights ago, 6 greater gliders found some people that were spotlighting just along the road here. So yeah, we're protecting this area because it's some of the, like as the other possum said, some of the last remaining habitat for greater gliders. But also because our forests are a huge carbon store and are really important of mitigating climate change. So while habitat is such a big part of protecting species, climate change is also a huge threat to them. A recent report has showed that with minimum temperatures of 20 degrees or higher, greater gliders actually can't digest their food. So not only are they at risk from logging, but also the follow-on consequences of logging, which is climate change, amongst many other things. They really need all the help that they can get. So yeah, that's the main reason I'm here for climate change. And given the situation that we're in and how late we've left dealing with climate change, I just think it's so important to protect every last tree, every last bit of habitat for biodiversity, for our ecosystems. I mean, the more we take away, the harder it is for these ecosystems to bounce back, even if climate change wasn't a factor in this. So I'll give you a look around, if I can turn my camera around. There we go. So this is where I am. Oh, it's a bit high. That's a little bit scary. So I'm about 38 meters up a tree in this awesome Errinundra shining gum, which is a species that is specific to this plateau, which is pretty cool. So it's pretty special to be here. You can see down there, there's tree ferns and lots of understory, really lush understory. And the trees that can be logged here, there's actually like not that many of them. Like the trees that are here are massive, but so much of this forest is made up of the understory and smaller shrubs and tree ferns, things that provide heaps of different species. And just last night, actually, when I got up here, I'll turn around, you can see this branch here. I took a really bad video of what I think was a yellow belly glider and a really tiny, possibly a sugar glider. I'm not great at my gliders, but and it was. So that was pretty cool.
So you got some mates up there.
I got plenty of mates up here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We also have on the ground Isaac, who spent 11 days up a tree sit recently before he was removed by the authorities. And now he is right next to a current logging coop where there are some bulldozers and other heavy machinery knocking over the forest and stacking it all up to be trucked away for wood chips. So Isaac, how are you going today?
Yeah, pretty good. I just came out here to have a look at what they're doing at the current coop. We've been keeping an eye on them as much as they keep an eye on us, and yeah, sending the drone and taking a few photos, and seeing really like the evolution of the destruction that they're currently doing at this coop. Even if it banned, this area banned, but we went there before they started logging, and it was recovering. The forest was coming back, but yeah, salvage logging, which is what they call when they come after fires, is been shown also it's the most destructive type of logging, because then it gives no chances to the forest to recover whatsoever. So I'm sure that we'll come like years from now, and the same spot that they're logging now, and we'll see like nothing's come back, like so many other failed regen coops that nothing's come back, or they've become like a single species areas, which also it's been shown that then intensifies bushfires in the long term, which is one of the main contributors to the last season bushfires, right? So yeah, I'm here just having a look, and also just making sure that this live stream is going all right. I think I might be running out of battery on my computer soon, but I think we still can go a bit longer. It'd be good
Cool.
to see if anyone can check on Instagram and give us a thumbs up if if this is
It's
really
working.
happening.
Hey, are you jealous about the possums up in the tree, Isaac, or are you glad to be on the ground?
I am. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of them. It was great to be 10 days up a tree, and yeah, it's a shame that when I was getting used to it, then they took me down. But we quickly set up another tree seat in a different tree, and yeah, look, it's so far they haven't moved in. The machinery's been out, and that's also like because we've been strong on the ground, and it's also because heaps of people from Melbourne and from all different places in Victoria as well, like East Gippsland residents like myself, have been coming up to camp and spend a few days, and just kind of share the stories, and be part of the community that yeah, this Errinundra camp is becoming. And I think that's one of the great things, that it's good also to spread out there, that you can come and just hang around camp. The camp is outside the safety zone, so it's perfectly legal that we camp there. We've got a camp office now in a caravan, so we have space to, if you need to work on your laptop. We've got a bit of internet as well, which is awesome. And we have great food usually at night, so it's I think it's a great experience as well, just to come at camp. You don't have to come to be on a tree sit, but just supporting the amazing brave tree sitters that we have at the moment. I think that's already a super valuable experience.
Yeah. So possum and glider, what's it like up there in terms of getting food and things? Are people bringing you up, and how do you get the food up into the trees? What's your setup?
At the moment, I've just got a bag of food in my little shelter, and just snacking on things. But yeah, it is possible to have food from camp hold up, which is really lovely to have a hot. I've been drinking lots of hot chocolate this morning, which has been very warming after a sort of cold, wet night. Yeah, it's amazing how good the meals taste when you're up here. It's always exciting when there's something coming up, or if you've just been eating dry wheat bix for breakfast and then you get a toasty sandwich. So yeah, that's pretty good.
That's awesome. And are you strapped on with anything, or how are you staying up without falling down the trees?
Yeah, so we've got, I'm not sure if you can see it, this line up the tree here, which I'm locked into with these prussics, which allows us to climb up and down and be locked in at all times in the harness. So yeah, we're pretty secure, and at night you just loosen it off a little bit so it's comfy, and yeah.
So you sleep in the harness up there?
Yep. Always on harness. Just in
And is
case.
it comfy to sleep? Is it comfy or is it uncomfortable? Like do you have a tent or do you have a sleeping bag?
Did you want to speak to that,
Oh,
Errinundra?
yeah, I'll have a go. I have 2 sleeping bags, one of which got actually quite wet. So I'm trying to dry it out, hanging it over the side this morning. It's partway done. That's good. My second sleeping bag remained dry, so that's the main thing. Oh, my radio's going off. I also got I lifted up on my climb line a delicious vegan toasty this morning, which was amazing. And yeah, I've just been staying pretty warm and dry actually, despite it being very wet last night. Having 2 sleeping bags definitely helps you to stay dry. I've taken my jumper off also because that's wet, but everything's on the mend and I'm happy and it's so good to be up here.
You look totally ecstatic. It's awesome. And the view behind you was really beautiful. Just seeing the tops of the trees and seeing those beautiful big shining gums. It's just gorgeous.
On my side here, to what Isaac was saying, I'll see if I can flip my camera as well.
Thanks, Ken. You weren't calling to us, were you?
Sorry, I've just got the radio as well going off. The mention of the logging. So this coop's actually surrounded completely by logging. Not only is it an island refuge from the bushfires, but it itself has been logged all around, even up here on the plateau. So you can see below here just regrowth all through and way off. It seems to be everything is just regrowth. So it's a great view from up here, but unfortunately this tree, yeah, you see a lot of the regrowth way out into the distance and a lot of dead standing trees that didn't survive the logging.
Yeah. So after 40 years of clearfell logging everywhere, it's made the plateau and all the surrounding forest much more dry and prone to fire. And when we had that catastrophic fire event that hit Goongerah, where I'm situated right now, it meant that there's hardly any bits that aren't burnt anymore. So as soon as you leave the plateau, which is this little tiny bit of green, you're just in a sea of black as far as you can see. And although some things are coming back, we don't have the biodiversity and the mix of species and the habitat that we used to have. 3 billion animals died in that fire just over 12 months ago. And yet, unbelievably, it's like a kick in the guts to see that this last piece of forest up on the plateau is being logged, with 60 areas scheduled to be logged, including the ones that the tree sits are currently in. So I've been here living around this town for 25 years and I've just seen it, log trucks going past my window forever, and it's just about time that it's stopped. So we're really stoked to have some young folk up the trees, hanging out with the gliders and the possums and protecting this forest from the Dan Andrews government, who is continuing to log despite all of the science and all of the common sense that says enough is enough. So thanks so much, possum and glider. You guys are awesome. Is there anything else you want to tell people that might be watching before we log off?
Come out and support. It's fun. Even just camping out in these bush areas. I love coming out and just hanging out in camp with great people around a fire and having a nice time. Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe Errinundra possum may be frozen. I was thinking our internet might not hold up to this. Yeah. All right, that's awesome. Can we have one last pan shot before we go?
Yeah. I'll try and get some down the trunk of this tree that I'm on.
Woo! Vertigo.
Yes, look at that.
Amazing.
Yeah. We've got my little sleeping quarters in here. It's always a bit of a mess when you're cramped in. But yeah, we've got some nice forest out this side.
So beautiful.
Classic misty Errinundra day.
Yeah.
Yeah, misty and damp. a little bit breezy.
Oh,
Hopefully not
hey,
too
I
much.
think we just have another person joining us from Tasmania, I believe. Yes, we do. So we lost Errinundra Possum. I think maybe the internet wasn't
Replaced
quite
with-
as good,
with
but
Tasmania
we've
Possum.
gained someone from Tassie, so that's swings and roundabouts, I guess.
I think they're connected, maybe not
Yeah.
the video.
Did I?
The folks there in Tassie, can you hear us? We're live now.
I can hear you, yes.
Oh,
Great.
great.
Hey.
Awesome. We've just been talking about up here on the Errinundra Plateau and yeah, the coops up here that managed to survive the fires that are now set to be logging. What's the situation there down in Tassie?
Well, look, we're ensconced in the Pyman River area in the south of the Tarkine. And so last year and the years leading up to now, we've been in the northern end of the Tarkine. Last year, as a result of that 4 years of campaigning up there, 34 coops across the north of the Tarkine come off the schedule. And so it's a real testament to the value of direct action in the forest. And so this year it's freed us up to come to the south of the Tarkine, and we're hoping to rinse and repeat. And so we're in an area that some of you may have seen on the Tarkine Defenders film as the Boko Coop. It's in the Pyman River area of the Tarkine, and we've had a crew in here since the 28th of December, holding strong.
Yay. That's awesome. So what else can you tell us about the camp down there? Do you have tree sits up, or do you have other ways of stopping the logging?
Look, we've got 2 tree sits up, and we've had a rolling crew of people through the tree sits. But we've also got another few surprises along the way. But,
It's exciting. It's really sad that this is such a global issue that all of us are having to take direct action and put these tree sits up to stop this destructive practice. Oh, hey, we
There you
got
go.
video
We can
now.
see you now.
Yeah, let's show us around. What have you got there?
well, look, this is the rainforest here behind us that we're defending. It's a beautiful ancient Tarkine rainforest, and if I turn the other way, you can see maybe you can't see.
Yeah, we can see.
Behind me is 5 hectares of destruction that last year, when in 4 days they laid what turned up and were able to stop them. As far as we're concerned, that's as far as it's a constant reminder to us that this beautiful stuff into that devastation. And
Yeah, so you did manage to stop them from logging anymore, and now you've got this patch of rainforest that's been defended by 2 tree sits down in Tassie. Yeah. It's so good to hear that direct action is actually effective. I think sometimes people think that it's an outdated tactic or something, but sometimes this is just the only thing that works. So it's awesome to see that it's happening across Australia.
That's right. I mean, it's a combination of things. We obviously have all the other parts of the campaign that rolls out, but having people in the forest being willing to stand, does that physical element of being in the way, but it inspires people. They see that if people are prepared to get out and stand in front of the bulldozers and put themselves on the line, that they want to come and support that. And so we've had about 230 volunteers through in the last 2 months. Our last year at Sumac was 250 volunteers over the entire 5-month season. And so we're tracking better than we have in the past. And we thought with COVID, we'd be finding a little bit harder. So I guess what it shows is that momentum's building again, and there's a mood in Australia to end native forest logging.
Sure
Definitely.
is. Not a moment too soon.
So what can we what people can do to join and come into Errinundra and to also come to Tassie to the blockades. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, so if people want to support the Save Errinundra campaign, which is part of Goonga Environment Centre's current work, they can either go to the Save Errinundra Instagram page, which has details, or they can go straight to the Gecko website, which is geco.org.au. And there's petitions there to the state government to ask them to stop this logging. There's information on how to make donations, and there's information on how to get to camp. And you too can climb up a tree like our possum over there is, or you can be on the ground like Isaac is, taking a stand down there too. Obviously, both are really important things to do. And then we have you guys down in Tassie. How can people get involved down in Tassie?
Look, you can contact the Bob Brown Foundation through our website. There's a sign-up sheet on there for people who want to come to the Pyman blockade, and then we'll get the maps and the details out to you. But we've also got a bunch of other stuff happening. We've got, some of you be aware of Lisa Searle and Eric Haywood have been outstanding campaigners for us over the years, and they're leading a roaming crew of activists who are, while we're here defending this one, they're out there taking the fight directly to the logging coops and the sawmills and the wood chip mills. And so there's quite a bit going on, apart from just the Tarkine blockade.
Awesome. Hey, we're going to try and do this again sometime and get some, or shortly we hope in the next little while, and get some more folk that are doing direct action in the forests from other states and potentially in out of different countries as well. Yeah, international. So thanks heaps, guys. Any final words from Tassie or from our glider?
Yeah, stay strong. Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Awesome work in Tassie as well. Keep it up.
Lots of love to you guys down there.
Thanks.
We're going to log off now. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
See you all later.
See us.